Welcome back, trainers, and in this video I kind of wanted to go over the news that's happening here for the next season, but we'll get into that later. For now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at a double fairy and Kyogre team. So hopefully you were able to get yourself a good Kyogre during the Go Fest. I know I keep calling it Community Day. I have been extremely tired for the past couple of days, but we have to get those videos up, and I do appreciate all the support, and I hope everybody got a bunch of shinies. So taking a look at what everybody said about it, it seems like it was a overall, I'm going to lean towards like about a 75% approval on the Go Fest for 2023. So what was the dilemma? Pretty much people didn't get the shinies that they wanted, essentially. At the end of the day, they are shinies, right? And we're not really guaranteed it. You know, we do get an increased shiny chance if you did purchase the ticket, so that could have been a little nice to have a few more, but I seen people saying they got 56, 20 something in one day. You know, granted, they probably live in a city and everything like that, but yeah, some people had good odds, some people didn't. But for me personally, it was great. I had a good time by myself and then with my friends as well. But with that said, there you go. That's wrapping it up. We're going to be seeing a new season soon in Pokemon Go, and it's looking very interesting. I have a good feeling about this one here. The only thing that I'm not digging is the Classic Community Day that has been announced, and it's going to be Charmander. Fire goes across the screen and Charmander cry. We're getting another Charmander Community Day. Now, if they make it a double move like Dragon Breath, Blast Burn, that'd be cool, but we'll leave all that speculation to the video. And with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the double fairy and Kyogre team. Hopefully, again, you were able to get yourself a good Kyogre. It is the more difficult one to catch out of the two for Groudon and Kyogre, as Groudon just stays right in the middle of the screen. Kyogre moves side to side, making it that much harder to catch it, you know, with your excellent throws. So that's one of the reasons why I don't have a bunch of XL candies for this one here, and I just recently maxed it out compared to the Kyogre. Xerneas, hopefully you were able to get yourself a good one as well. I did max this one out here. It's a shiny 15, 15, 13 or something like that, 12. And I did get myself a 15, 15, 14 shiny. So whew, it stings a little bit. It stings a little bit, but those are the risks we do take when we power up something with IVs that are lesser. Anyways, now, let's see what we have up against Metagross. I haven't seen this many Metagross in a long time in the Open Master League after I put 2 fairies on my team. Ooh, it's just magic, huh? We got a Dragonite here, bringing in the Zacian. Now, we do have Wild Charge here, but we're going to be going with Play Rough. I put Wild Charge on it just to see what happens, and no bueno. No bueno. We don't want it. So we're going to go ahead and go for it now. They did catch with their Ursaluna, which, whew, that was a very nice catch, I'm going to have to say. So we're waiting down to the last second here, waiting for them to throw so we don't debuff ourselves, even though we resist it. Getting that shield. This is going to have to KO. We're not going to be looking good here. And we take the win with our Zacian Wild Charge. Now it's back to Play Rough and close combat always. Next battle. Leading with Xerneas, we're met with a Giratina. This is obviously a good matchup here for us. Shadow Ball is going to hurt, does a lot of damage. That's why Giratina is so nice. And calling the Shadow Ball, shielding it up, throwing the Play Rough a little late here. Could have been, or Moonblast, sorry. Could have been a swap, but they're taking it and then retreating into a Landorus. And we're going to go ahead and bring in that Kyogre. You already know what it is. And take that Stone Edge. And folks, if you can give this video a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. Also, if you can share it, that'd be also appreciated. Okay, taking down that Landorus. They have yet to use a shield here. Interesting, and we have used ours. Farming down their Giratina. What's in the back? Oh, see what I'm saying? So many Metagross all of a sudden. Go back and watch my videos. There's really none. As far as the Master League, there's really no Metagross as of late. But all of a sudden, you put on 2 fairies, and they're coming out all over the place. But the thing about fairy types, specifically Zacian and Xerneas, is the fact that they have close combat. A fairy type with a fire or a fighting move to cover the steel is going to be amazing. All right, so we're going to be going for that close combat. We have this last shield that we've been saving for this moment right here, going for the next one, and we're going to be able to take out the fairy killer Metagross with our fairy type after we did massively debuff ourselves. Next battle, we're going to be seeing a Zacian. Interesting matchup here. What do we got going on? Same kind of color, blue going on. And we're going to obviously throw the Moonblast here. Hopefully we can get the attack debuff, and no, we do not. Now, if they have Play Rough, that's going to be more ideal. Wild Charge, okay, that works too, I guess. Getting to the close combat here, so we are going to shield this up, and we hit it, so we should be able to land it. All right, but did they just swap into a Mewtwo? No, okay. Still out there with the Zacian, and they're going to throw, and I think we let this go, and we're going to go ahead and farm them down. So they go ahead and debuff themselves by 4 stages, which is perfect. I'm contemplating what I want to farm them down with. Zacian would have been tough because it does have Snarl, it is resisted. So unfortunately, I was only able to farm them down with Kyogre with like a couple of surfs. They're bringing in Dialga, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our Zacian, and using our last shield here. Got to be very careful for a potential catch. Throwing that first close combat here and debuffing ourselves, and they're swapping and bringing in a Yveltal. Beautiful. Now we are down by 2 stages as far as our defense, and throwing the Play Rough. Now, could I just went for 2 close combats? I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but we're going to be getting to the close combat here and taking them out. So we have been massively debuffed. We swap back into the Kyogre to refresh those stats and kind of put on the pressure here. I go for the Surf because we are getting them low. I could have built up to the Blizzard, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We've got a close combat ready to go. They're using their Draco. They're going to be forced to Draco or Iron Head me. So we would have been in the clear either way with the Kyogre, and we bring in the Zacian, and we take the win with the close combat. Next battle, leading with the Xerneas still, and we're going to be met with a Mewtwo. This is fine, I guess. Doesn't really matter here. Yeah, just gonna go ahead and just go for the Moonblast. Hopefully we get the attack debuff. Let's go, let's go, let's go. No, it's not really occurring too often with that Moonblast. I'd say it's probably like, nah, despite what numbers they say it is, I'm seeing it probably at about a 15%. All right, so of course Mewtwo's winning. No shields have been used. They immediately swap and bring in a Melmetal, which is technically kind of good for us here. We're going to go ahead and just throw the Surfs. Obviously, we are going with Blizzard. I did give it Origin Pulse for a while. I used an Elite TM on it because I had this Kyogre before it had the signature move. Origin Pulse is a great move and everything. It does hit very hard, even to the Pokemon that do resist water, but I want Blizzard so I can actually KO the dragons, you know, instead of doing a good amount of damage, I want to KO them. But it is a very risky move having Blizzard. Taking that win up against Melmetal. No shields have been used. Bringing in the Mewtwo, and we farm them down. What's in the back? A shiny Excadrill. Now we needed to get to the Surf here so we can get one of those shields so we can double up on a close combat with the Zacian and then take out that Excadrill here. We will be letting that first charge move go. That's just the way you want to do it, as we haven't debuffed ourselves and there's really no threat here. Getting to 2 close combats, and we're going to go ahead and throw this. I'm pretty sure they let this first one go. They know it's a wrap. Yeah, good game. And nice shiny Excadrill. I still don't have that one. Pretty good. Next battle met with Rayquaza. Let's go. All right. One of my favorites in the Master League, but unfortunately for it, this is not a good matchup. Now, it could have Dragon Ascent and pretty much one-shot me, right? Do a lot of damage. But we're going to call the Breaking Swipe, and that's exactly what it is. And they want to shield up. What the heck? They want this Rayquaza to go up against Xerneas here. That's, that's something there, huh? All right, going for the next one. And if we get another shield, that is going to be impressive. And they let it go. They wanted to double debuff us here and bring in, oh, they've got their own fairy and bringing in a Zacian. So we're going to go ahead and swap with energy on our Xerneas and bring in our Kyogre here to handle the situation. Getting to the Surf, which was pretty awesome to get to this before they threw the charge move, so great. Did they use both shields at this point? Oh, they have. Going for a wild charge and debuffing themselves, bringing in the Xerneas and immediately going for the Moonblast here to take out that Zacian, and they have a Yveltal in the back. Oh boy, look at this team with the double fairy kicking everybody's butt. Well, not everybody, but we're having a good time here with some matchups, and we take the win. Now, the idea for this is when they see the fairy in the front, like this matchup here, they're thinking, okay, there's a fairy here, great. So they swap into Groudon and they think that I've only got one fairy. Yeah, so basically once they've taken out my fairy, we've got another one that they need to deal with. Yeah, okay. It was a long night, always with the excuses, huh? Alrighty, so what do we got here? Groudon versus Kyogre. Yeah, those precipice plays are no joke. Farming them down and shielding it up, bringing in the Dragonite, and we're going to try to get to that Blizzard here. I mean, we'll get a shield or we'll KO. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to go for it. This is why I have Blizzard. Do we take them out? And we do. One-shotting the Dragonite, and they've got a Kyogre in the bag now. This is, we're fine. We've got a whole Zacian. Yeah. So we're going to go Moonblast so we do not debuff ourselves here. And I was really tempted to shield this up, but we're going to let it go, as we will be able to take that. Getting to the close combat right away here. And we're going to debuff ourselves. They're going to farm us down that much faster. They've got a decent amount of energy, I suppose. I mean, they've got a Surf-ish. Ready? It doesn't really matter. Bringing in the Zacian, and we're going to go ahead and take that win as they do back out here, and we're looking good. So yeah, this team did put in the work here for me, folks. All right, next battle. What are we going to see here? Dragonite, fantastic. Yeah. This is great. What are they going to do? Swap into a Mewtwo, and I bring in Kyogre faster than you can even swap. Doing the old bot swap here. So we'll let the first Ice Strike go. Unfortunately, we're not going to win this matchup because I'm not going to double shield. That's just the way it's going to work here. And that's, you better believe they're going to try to match me as well. So we shield that one up to kind of put on the pressure. And yeah, it would require me to double shield to take this win here. So we'll let it go and bring in the Xerneas and farm them down with Geomancy. I called it Geometry. Man, I am out of it. Yeah, Geomancy. What a cool name too. And they're bringing in a Dialga. Yeah, this is why I love Double Fairy here. This is great. This is great. Going for that close combat. Should have went for a play rough in case they tried to swap, but we bring in our Zacian and they swap immediately systematically, and then they realize, oh shit, that's another dragon, or that's another fairy. We're out. Next game, we're met with a Giratina. You love to see it. Let's see what's going to happen here, and they're going to stay here. See, Giratina is one of those dragons that doesn't necessarily need to retreat from a fairy because it's weak to it. It can still put up a fight because it has the moves to do so. Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, Ominous Wind, right? No fairy is going to be resisting this. Well, that's eligible for the Master League. Okay. Alrighty, going for the close combat bait. Oh, no. Sorry. They swapped into Excadrill. We one-shotted that sucker. Bringing in Kyogre and knowing that I am going to be paying the consequences for doing so because, well, they resist it and they're going to be looking pretty good. They can come out of this with energy if they want. Building up to a potential Blizzard, making them think we have it? No, okay. So we're getting them low enough to the point where serves are starting to add up, and they are in the low yellow, so we're perfectly fine. And getting to another one here, which is great. They are going to be able to farm us down coming out of this with a decent amount of energy, but they're pretty much out of here anyways, and we're going to be able to do super effective damage with both of the quick moves on our fairies here. Bring it in the Xerneas, going to let this Shadow Ball go. Could have probably bring in Zacian, to be honest with you, because we did have a lot of energy wasted on that Xerneas just now, which kind of sucked. So we are holding on to one shield, and they've got a Melmetal in the back. Now this, I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this one off here. This is getting a little close. Now we got to be careful for a catch with all these spammy charge moves. We are really wearing down that clock, so they can catch at close combat, which is just going to make me screwed. I'll be done if they do that. All right, so going for another one here. Now this is getting crazy. I think they... Okay, so yeah, go Rock Slide. Yeah, that's a wrap. We're going to be able to... Well, not quite. We should have went play rough because now we just double debuffed ourselves and they farm us down. Good game. You got me. Good game. Good stuff. Next battle. All right. A dragon. So we lost our dragon game for that last one. Got another dragon, Rayquaza, and they're swapping into their own Xerneas here. If we lose this, that's, not good. All right. 2 games in a row lost with a dragon lead with a fairy. All right. So let's see what we have here. This thing is taking a lot of damage. Kyogre is an absolute monster. This is why I say you should really try to get those exo candies for a potential shadow in the future, because it is to my belief that we are going to get pretty much every legendary as a shadow in Pokemon Go. I mean, they set the pace with Mewtwo. If anything, that would have been the last one we've got, but they said no, we're going to start it with the one that you think is going to be last, and you give you everything else in between. Kind of like what they're doing with the starters. What the freaking hell are they doing? They just skip Gen 8 and going straight to Gen 9? It's all promotional stuff. It's all for a reason. It's not off a whim, okay? You have to understand that. And I really don't see the big deal either, to be honest. It's really not a big deal. People get so stressed out about things that they really don't need to be. I really, it's crazy. Anyways, we have a Rayquaza matchup up against the Zacian. Yeah, Zacian really did change the game, didn't it? As far as Master League is concerned. The damn thing is a beast. If you play Master League, you have to have a Zacian. And if you don't, I mean, it's fine, but you're missing out. This thing is an absolute monster. If you had to have, if you could only have 3 Pokemon for the Master League, Zacian would be one, period. Zacian and Dialga. And then the third one is interchangeable. You can figure that one out. But hey, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic! You will see.